Hello and welcome for your daily astrology and tarot horoscope. For this weekend, I'm going to combine everything. So this is going to be combined from October 2nd all the way through Sunday, October 5th of 2014. And the reason why, and it's brought to you by Nicholas. I'm Nicholas. I like to call myself the Hollywood Gypsy. I live in Hollywood. There's some themes of Leonard Cohen songs and inheriting my grandma's crystal ball that I incorporated into that, but we won't get into that. But the long and the short of it is I'm combining the 4-day videos because there's just not a lot astrologically going on, although I do think it's a very potent and important week. I definitely think it warrants another video, but the astrology just doesn't change very much, and so I just want to get into the heart of things, and I think if I clump it together, I can get you a better reading, more concise, and give you more of a heads up of what to expect and how to really manifest what this Magician card means for the week as the signifying card. I really enjoying doing the signifying card and exploring the archetypes more. I mean, as we all know, there's 22 cards of the major arcana, and we've got the Magician this week, and next week it's just another process to go through and learn. So, you know, we'll see. I'm just real excited with this process. It really resonates with me. The other thing I just want to give you a heads up on are all my Osho cards that I use. I really feel a lunar connection with these Osho cards. It's a really emotional and very personal and very present reading that you get from these cards. So they're kind of like your emotional compass, your emotional guidance, how the moon, the moon goes really fast in the chart every day, and it makes the crazy aspects all throughout the day. Sextiles, trines, squares, just jumps everywhere to all these planets, and that is kind of the weight of the moon, is to just keep highlighting all these areas, and it will trigger emotions. And I think the Osho deck is very lunar for me. And I can explain more why through the reading. So usually I start out with the planets of the day. Thursday, October 2nd is, Thursday is Jupiter, and to align with Jupiter energy, you have to be benevolent and big and giving, and any way that you can just embody that feel good, go lucky side, and especially with Jupiter and Leo. Leo, that's the sign of the king, being boisterous, holding court, and kind of being regal and embodying that sort of energy. And to align with the Venus energy, because the Venus is the planet for Friday, and that would be October 3rd. That's the law of attraction. That's the law of experiencing beauty and the sensuality, good smells, good colors, good just things that are more attractive, things that don't physically go out and grab you, but things that pull you in. It's a day to think about your wardrobe. It's a day to get your hair done, get your nails done, whatever you do that makes you feel more Venetian, more flower-like is what I like to call it. And then Saturday is October 4th, and that is ruled. Saturday is Saturn Day, and that's the day of work. And that's where, Saturn is all about plan the work and work the plan, and cause and effect, and the authority figure. And the word I was looking for in 2 videos ago is they're very good at delegating things, just kind of the executive, high-level executive boss kind of type. And so, for me, my Saturdays, I try to do chores because I really want to enjoy October 5th, which is the Sunday. And if you really align with the planetary energies all through the week, it's just a good reminder. It helps balance out your life. It's kind of just like a mini chakra cleaning, if you will, that you just do these things. As new agey and hokey as that sounds, but come Sunday, I just like to enjoy. The Broncos will be on TV. That'll be happy for me. I'm from Colorado, so you can see from the big, So, yeah, it all adds up to that, and you get weekly reminders to embody these energies. The ancestors name these, created archetypes and myths and everything around this rich, these planets. It's just such a rich tapestry of insights from them, and to align with each planet of the week is a very powerful way to just kind of align with something that human civilizations have done for years. So the card of the day, the Osho cards, I'll just give you the mini reading, and you can find this reading, of course, on my weekly tarot reading that I'll link in the description box below. And if you can't see everything in the description box, you're going to have to click the Show More button, and you'll see everything that I write in there. So The signifying card of the day is the Magician. That's the one of the major arcana. And so we're using our divine inspiration, our personal, one is like me, and it's like self-driven, self-dedicated, and you're manifesting, you're just a channel for this energy that you're pointing down, you're grounding this energy into the earth. That's what that other hand, the left hand, represents, pointing down to the earth right there. And you're going to have infinite power at your disposal as long as you're willing to bring that spirit energy in a very fiery, passionate, in the moment sort of way and make it tangible here on earth, as the Magician represents. So that's our signifying card of the day. And so Thursday, our part in that process is of letting go. And the big thing is this water drop is making the big giant leap from being part of the water on the leaf to now joining that whole lake water and being completely into the collective. It's just a wild, unknown leap to make for this water drop, from this one individual into the collective, and really integrate and be part of that. That's a scary leap, and in what ways can we emotionally leap and connect with all the things that we're doing in our life, and what's important for us? What is this goal that we created for this week, and what is the leap that we're going to be able to make on Thursday? Friday, October 3rd, in the Osho deck. See, this is why I call it a lunar deck. I mean, it almost looks like moonlight, like I don't know what's shining his way. Actually, it's dark and there's all that light right there, but maybe it's just his aura. But this is the Hermit card in a traditional deck. And you can see the different psychologies between something like the Raider White deck, and then I drop my cards. The Hermit, he's carrying a lamp and a wand, or a walking stick. He's carrying a tree, and his tree has like leaves on it of nature. It's still alive. It's of the natural surroundings, and his light is his own intuition, his own guidance, his security in himself, his security in his steps. It doesn't matter that the path is dark. He's lit up himself, and he can see. He doesn't carry a light. His light is in him, inside him. The aloneness is about being content and understanding your perspective. You're the only one. Your opinion about yourself is the only opinion that matters, and it's a tough lesson to learn. But that's what this Friday is about. I always find when you try to go on like a good habit, or do something like that nature, that you're saying, okay, I'm fired up, I'm ready to pursue this, and then the second you go and you step into work or something, and then someone says the exact opposite to you, and you almost capitulate to believe them. You go outside of your own thought processes, but you're the only one who truly needs to believe in yourself. And it's funny, like, how easy we let the other opinions deviate. This person is such a master, he can shine his own light, and no matter what darkness. And through this, you'll always realize you're never alone. So this is just a time that you're going to just have to be confident in what you're doing despite any outside sources, because you are creating this powerful light that's guiding your way. Just remember that on Friday there might be some temptations of people naysaying, and you just have to have that confidence in yourself. And that's just how it has to be. Then we get on Saturday, the October 4th, we get an Ace of Water. Going with a flow. Reminds me of the Fool, but it's all emotion. Letting our emotions lead us, letting our emotions guide us. It's very intuitive. Kind of interesting for Saturn Day, but just go with it. This is a very calm. If you've been following all the days of the week, you've definitely accomplished something magical with these cards, because finally on Sunday we get the Silence card, which is beautiful in the Osho deck. I love how those stars, that star constellation's up there. You can see the woman's face. See, it's very lunar. It's a full moon, and she's in her consciousness. The moon is in her third eye, and she's just in herself. That's represented. That's the star card of this deck, right? I mean, that's 17. That's 17. That's the star card. I mean, that's what we're heading to. We're going to shine this Sunday, and it's a very, it's not the Lion, it's not the Jupiter and Leo kind of way. It's the Venus and Cancer kind of way, I guess, is the way I would think of it. So it's a pleasant week. If you're following these steps, if you're following along, it's leading into something more powerful. I really would like to hear what you think your magician signifier is for you, and I really think we're heading into a very, very auspicious Sunday on October 5th. And we can just rest on it and reflect on it and just be nurtured and showered in abundance with it. And, I mean, we're going to shine like the star, and it's very feminine shining. So, okay. For the wild unknown cards of the day, on Thursday we have, and see, it's always hard with these cards to know if it's these are the swords. This is the Six of Swords. Better days are here ahead of us. That's an action. That's just, so this is that Thursday letting go. Just realize that we're letting go into that rainbow. The reminder for the Hermit card is the Seven of Pentacles. Something about resources, something about organizing, something about realizing that you have it. Saturday, the Hierophant. Going with the flow, huh? I don't know, the lightning is striking the key. That's like the Benjamin Franklin. That's the Hierophant in this deck is a little more whimsical. It's not as stern, and it doesn't have that authority figure feel. Like punk rockers don't like the authority figure, and so this is a very, I can align with this Hierophant, because on Saturday, October 4th, if we're going with the flow, we're going to get these insights. We are the authority. We are our own authority. That's what this represents to me. Remember that and embody that on Saturday. And Sunday, we have the High Priestess. I mean, this is a very, very transformative and gentle and very, very positive energy week. I mean, and then Sunday, we go. I mean, that's very, very good. So I always like to think, this is just to show you, this is just to show you the differences between this kind of a standardized deck that everybody's familiar with in the Osho deck, and this is our card, our action card for the day is the High Priestess. So I mean, I don't think much has to be said. This is a very healing and intuitive and a powerful week filled with energy, and it's there for you to tap into if you so choose to take advantage of it. The astrology of the week, and this is why Thursday, October 2nd, there's nothing going on except a sextile, the moon sextile Saturn. That's why I'm combining these videos. Then come Friday on October 3rd, we're going to have, the moon is going to enter Aquarius at 12:59 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And that's it. That's like the big astrological event of that day. The moon makes other aspects that day, but the moon always makes many aspects. So just watch your emotions. On Saturday, the sun is going to make an exact square to Pluto. And Pluto is in 11 degrees, 1 minute of Libra. And the sun is going to be, the sun is at 11 degrees, 1 minute of Libra. And Pluto is going to be at 11 degrees, 1 minute of Capricorn. And this is really, really potent for me because my sun is in 11 degrees of Capricorn, so this energy is hitting and this is going to be making huge waves for me this Saturday. And that's why it's very important for you to understand your astrological chart to see how this connects for you. I have 4 of my personal planets are directly affected by this transit, and it's a very, very powerful planet. Pluto-Sun transit's huge. Also, Mars is going to square Chiron on the 4th, and Mars and Chiron, you might be more explosive around your wounds. You might have a little bit more heavy energy around your wounds. You might be more heated around your wounds. So think about how you're expressing your pain in a transit like that, especially if this stimulates anything in your chart. And that's going to happen at 7:16 a.m. on October 4th, Pacific Daylight Time. Mercury is going to retrograde on the 4th as well at 2 degrees 18 minutes of Scorpio. It's going to retrograde at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 10:02 a.m. to be exact. So it's the Mercury retrograde time, and that's all about communication, and that's all about, the best thing I can say about Mercury, why people shouldn't take on new projects isn't because they're doomed to fail, but you're going to get a lot more information because Mercury is going to start combing back other past parts of the chart, other parts of the sky, so more information is going to come out that you didn't otherwise know. And some of those are mistakes that you were making during that time, and that's why it can thwart projects, but it doesn't automatically doom success. I did buy a car, or lease a car in Mercury retrograde, and I've had nothing but problems, but oh well, I tried to go against astrology and it didn't work. So Mars is going to trine Uranus at 9:18 p.m. as well, and that's going to be part of that bigger grand trine with Jupiter, and so that's a very energetic, high tense transit to me. So I really want you to look at your chart, see if you have anything at 14 degrees in the fire signs, and see how it's stimulating you, because you're going to have a ton of energy, and you're going to have to decide how you want to use it. Do you want to try to be passive and not with it, or do you want to actually flow and actually be bigger than yourself? Because Mars is about taking action and is very fierce and fiery. Uranus is that spontaneous, unexpected, and Jupiter makes you bigger than you are. So when these get together, this is a very, very explosive trine with lots of energy. A trine is like a tsunami. The energy is easy flowing and you don't have to think about it. It's just there. So really, make sure that you're centered and grounded in what you're doing. You're going to have a lot of explosive energy to pursue something, and if you're a boxer, it's going to work out in your favor. If you're not, maybe you don't want to box somebody that day, because there's going to be a lot of power there, especially if it's stimulating your chart. So that's the reading for the week. My name's Nicholas. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them for me. I know this is a longer 17-minute video, but I wanted just to get those 4 days out of the way because there's so much less astrology for the weekend, and you'll be better prepared by having this on Thursday than anything else. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you if you have any comments, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching.